channel. It's Lil Monster and today we are back with another fashion tutorial. So I found this treasure some time ago and I fell in love with the fabric because it's so soft and cute. Yeah, it's basically an oversized shirt and we are going to try to turn it into something actually wearable. So in today's video we are going to transform this oversized blouse that I bought not long ago into this beautiful matching set, actually wearable. The good thing is not only you can wear this as a matching set, but also separate it as a top or as a beautiful skirt. But you will see that at the end. So without further ado, let's get down to business. Are you ready? Let's get started. So as always, you know, we start trying it on. Alright, so this is the before. As you see, this is way too short for me to wear. Yeah, I basically want to make a nice top and a matching skirt. So first of all, of course, we are going to separate the skirt from the top. And I'm going to take the first layer. This is like decoration. So I'm just going to put this away. And this is the actual top we have to work with. Wow, it's huge. So, first of all, I'm just going to cut like here. The skirt is not really long, so I'm just going to cut here, leaving enough space to make a hem here for this skirt and also one for the top. I don't care that the top is really short because anyway, this is going to overlap and cover way more than I expected. So, this is kind of okay. So, I am basically going to leave like 3 centimeters. So, I'm going to mark there. And that's the line where I'm going to cut. Alright, so we are going to put our t-shirt, shirt, whatever, on the table. And we're going to align the seams, stretch the fabric really well, and put some pins so it doesn't move. Alright, now to make this even, we are going to measure that. In my case, it's 5 centimeters. And we're going to measure 5 centimeters here, for example. 5 centimeters here. 5 centimeters here. We're going to make a straight line and now we cut. So we are going to start with our skirt. And because I want the skirt to be basically as long as possible and I never have much fabric, I'm just basically going to start sewing at zigzag stitch all around the edge and then we will put an elastic inside. Great, and now we're going to take the wrong side of the skirt and we are basically going to, well, I have this seam here, so I'm just going to sew this close, leaving one space open to put the elastic inside. So I'm just going to start here, leave this open and pin this close. To make this the right way, we are going to mark 4 parts of the skirt. So the sides, the front and the back. So I'm just going to put a pin in there or just fold this in here, there, also the other side, the front and the back. And now we can pin the rest of the fabric all around the skirt. Perfect. And now we are going to sew all this line with the machine. Don't forget to leave the space open to put the elastic inside. Now we're going to take a piece of elastic, the size of our waist or hips or wherever we want our skirt to be. I'm gonna take this one, not too tight. Oh, not too tight, not too loose, perfect. And with the help of a safety pin, we're going to take the part that we left open and slide the elastic inside. All around the skirt and of course until the elastic goes out through the other side. And now first of all we're going to take the 2 edges of the elastic and sew them together. I'm going to just overlap and sew. And now we're just going to stretch the fabric like this and just distribute equally the fabric all around the skirt so it looks nice. And once we are done, we can sew this part closed. And we will be done with the skirt. Now for the top, we're going to try it on again. We always try it on. And we're going to get rid of this part because it's mostly decoration. And of course we will have to do something out of this because this makes no sense at all. So first of all, we have a huge neck and it's beautiful, so I'm gonna leave it like that. But the sleeves are just too big for me, so I'm just going to mark where I want the sleeves to be, and I want them to be thin. And now I'm going to pin this smaller there. And as always, to make it symmetrical, we're actually only doing one side. And let's go back to table. So we're going to make a mark where we want to sew this together. And now we are going to properly stretch the fabric. And now we're basically going to cut. Like, my mark is here, so I'm going to cut it a bit bigger. And now we are going to take the shape that we just cut, and we are going to make the same shape in the new mark that we have done. But you know, as always, we're going to cut a bit bigger than we actually want, because we're going to have to hem the edge. Now we are going to pin the fabric we just cut so it does not move, and we are going to put this in the other side. We're going to align the part of the neck, making sure everything is properly aligned. And now we are basically going to cut the same shape in the other side. Now make sure that you are in the wrong side, and we're going to sew this line and this line with the machine. I'm going to make first a zigzag stitch and then a normal stitch. Hi baby, I love you. So we just made a zigzag stitch and a normal stitch, and we're also going to make a zigzag stitch around the sleeves and in the bottom part. And once we are done with the zigzag, we are going to continue with the sleeves. For that, we are just going to hem the edge. So basically take the wrong side, and we are going to fold it once, fold it twice, pin it in place, and continue all around the sleeve and in both sleeves. And when we are done, of course, we're going to sew them with the machine. Now let's go to the bottom. I'm going to put an elastic in here because it's not much fabric, and I want this to hold under the boobies so it doesn't go up and show what I don't want to show. If you want to show them, go ahead. But yeah, this is basically how I want this to be. So I'm going to be taking the thinnest elastic that I can find, and that's what I'm going to put here in between. If you have enough fabric, you can fold it once and then fold it twice, just like we did with the sleeve, so it looks so gorgeous. But I don't have much fabric, as always, so I'm basically only just going to fold it once up like this, with enough space to pass the elastic through. So yeah, basically fold it up and pin it in place like this all around the bottom. And now we are going to sew this line with the machine, and we are going to leave one space open to put an elastic inside. And now we're going to take a piece of elastic the size of this area here, because I want this to stay there. And you know the trick, with the help of a safety pin, find the spot that you left open and slide the elastic in. And basically just slide it in all the way until it comes out through the other side. And now we are going to sew the two edges together. Since it's too small to sew with the machine, I'm just going to sew it by hand. And now we just stretch the fabric like this, and it will go alone in place. Now we can close the part that we left open before. Now we're going to stretch the fabric again. As you can see, we have a rectangle. Let's concentrate first in half. We are basically going to take the part that goes from the neck along the arm, and we are going to open it. So we're going to start opening the seam 1 centimeter inside here until 1 centimeter here. And we are going to just unsew this. Now we're going to make a zigzag stitch on this side and this side. And now we're going to just make it look nicer. This is the wrong side, and we're, as always, just going to hem the edge. So fold it once, fold it twice, pin it in place, and do like this all along the piece and in both sides, of course. And once we are done, we are going to sew this with the machine. Of course, we have to do the same in the other side, and we will be done. Are you ready for the grand reveal? So guys, this is the result. As you can see, it's really elegant, and sexy in this part that we open here. It looks so great, and because we put the elastic here, this is going to stay there no matter how much we move. We're not going to show what we don't want to show. And as you saw before, you can just wear this together as a dress or separate as a skirt and with a top, with anything you want to put. I honestly love it. This is one of the favorite dresses I have made so far. So there you go. Now let's get comfortable for the outro. So guys, that was all for today's tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. You know how this works. For any questions, comments or requests, don't hesitate to hit me up in the comments below or in my Instagram, LilMonsterDIY. And if you try this, please show me your creations. You know, I love seeing them and also texting with you. And for that, you can use the hashtag LilMonsterDIY. So yeah, that's it for today's tutorial. See you in the next video. Bye bye. So I went shopping again. again. And again and again. So in today's video we are going to transform. So sporty today. Sport. Ha! Ha! I have no clue. Here comes the ghost, all dressed in white. So it's going to be balanced. Makes no sense what I'm saying, but in my head it does.